Hello everyone, this is your girl Kamaya and I am coming at you with another pregnancy update. Before I begin, I would like to say two things. I apologize because I am about 2 to 3 weeks overdue for a video. I told you guys that I would be checking in every about 2 weeks, so I'm about a week overdue for a video. I was been supposed to update you guys and I'm really sorry about that. And secondly, I want to say hello to all of my new subscribers. Welcome to my channel. And I just want to say thank you and I appreciate you guys for all of the support. And I hope you guys continue to follow. So with all of that being said, I'm just going to jump right in. The last time I did a video for you guys, I was about I was 9 weeks and I believe 4 days pregnant. So we're going to scratch that. Actually, here about 2 to 3 weeks ago, I went in for a sonogram. It was actually the day after I made the video. I went in for a sonogram, and they actually they measured the baby, and that very day I was measuring in at 8 weeks. Now, the reason why I gave you guys 9 weeks and 4 days was because I was going by the first day of my last period, which is usually when they start to count. However, they measure me and I'm measuring in at 8 weeks. It made me a little bit nervous, and I say this because you guys know that I just recently had the gastric sleeve done. And for those of you who don't know what the gastric sleeve is, it is a weight loss surgery. So far, I have lost 58 pounds since while being pregnant. I have lost 6 more pounds, so I am now weighing in at 292. So I'm really happy about that. I was a little bit nervous that instead of me still losing, I was going to gain weight. So hopefully either my weight stays the same or I continue to lose while on this pregnancy journey. So I was, had the gastric sleeve done, and it made me a little bit worried because it it restricts me from eating as much as I did before. And I know that with the little bit that I do eat, my body is struggling to pretty much split that in half and give, I guess, half to the baby and save half for the nutrition of myself. So I thought that I might not have been eating enough for my baby to grow properly, and that I might be measuring small because of that. But I am scheduled here for another sonogram very soon. And while I am talking about the sonograms, I'm just going to show you some of the pictures that I received while at the 8-week sonogram appointment. So I just have some of these. I'm sorry if they're a little blur. And this is the baby right here. And that was her measuring the baby. And there it goes again right here. Okay. And so that's my little baby, and this is the heartbeat. The heartbeat actually came in at 175, and I was a little bit nervous about that too, because I'm thinking, whoa, that's kind of high for a heartbeat. And I know most people always say that their baby's heartbeat come in at about 140, 150, so that made me a little bit nervous, but none of the doctors have said anything about it, so I'm not too nervous about it, and I'm not gonna stress myself out about it. So that's that. However, with the heartbeat being a little bit higher, I have always heard that that is representation for having a baby girl. So I'm really excited to go, and well, I'm really excited to find out what I'm going to be having, obviously. And I do believe that I am going to be having a gender reveal party, so I'm going to make sure that I record that for you guys. But I'm nowhere near time or ready to even be thinking about that. Today I am 11 weeks and 2 days, so I'm really happy about that. And I actually just had a doctor's appointment this evening, and I got to hear the baby's heartbeat again, and it came in again at 170. So it's staying up there. So that's that update with that whole situation. I want to go in. I'm sorry, you guys, I keep looking down. I have my little notes here written down for me to go off of. And I want to go into my symptoms that I've been having. Here, now that I've been coming around to my second trimester, I have one more week before I will be entering my second trimester. The beginning of my pregnancy, I did have a lot of nausea. I don't know if the nausea came from the surgery or if it came from the pregnancy, because they both happened so close together that I know my body was still adjusting to a lot of the foods that I was consuming and my new lifestyle. So, on top of that, being pregnant, I wasn't sure what was really causing my nausea. I didn't have, well, I don't want to call it morning sickness because I never got up in the morning and threw up. However, when I did get up in the mornings, I would feel very, very nauseous. So that has subsided a bit. The only time that I get nauseous is when I eat something that my body doesn't like. So if I do consume something that my body's not liking too much, I will throw up. And usually after I throw up, I'll be sick for the whole rest of the day. So that is no fun. So here recently, I've been trying to stick to the same type of things instead of venturing out and trying to try new foods. So I'm just going to stick to my guns so that I don't get sick, and probably here in my second trimester, hopefully I can try some new things and hopefully they won't make me sick. However, besides slight nausea, the only other symptom that I have been having is dizziness. And if anyone else out there has experienced this while being pregnant, please let me know, because I keep talking to people about it. They say it's pretty uncommon. I actually mentioned it to my OBGYN today, and she said that it could be a possibility of me being a little bit anemic. So I have to start taking iron supplements. However, if this has happened with you and you have had a different diagnosis than me, please share with me so that I can possibly look into a few different things, because they did check my iron and my blood levels and they said everything was fine. So if everything's fine, then I don't know how I could be coming in at anemic, but you never know. This is not something that happens every single day. It just happens occasionally, probably 2 to 3 times a week. So I'm not going to complain too much about it, but it is there and it does worry me because it gets bad sometimes. So if anyone else out there is experiencing this, please let me know. Besides that, I guess the things that I have been craving, I haven't been really craving too many foods besides fruit. I can eat fruit all day long. Besides fruit, I believe that's it. I really don't crave like salty foods or like fried foods. I know a lot of my friends, well, I have one friend, she craved ravioli in her first trimester, and I have a few other friends that crave potato chips. I've just been craving fruit and I've just been wanting fruit, and fruit is the only thing that does not make me sick. However, I know I can't just stick to eating fruit because I have to get protein in by all means. So that's that. Besides that, oh, I do want to tell you guys about something that has happened. This is dealing more with the gastric sleeve and my women who have PCOS. And if I didn't mention this before, I also have PCOS. So me getting pregnant in the first place was a pretty big deal because I have been told well, not all of my life, but since I found out that I had PCOS about 6 or 7 years ago, that it will be close to impossible for me to get pregnant. However, I will make another video on me and having PCOS and dealing with that, my symptoms and signs of that when I found out, and my whole PCOS story. I will get into that on another update. And if you guys are interested in hearing more about that, please just comment below, ask questions below. I don't mind answering anything for you guys. I mean, it's all about keeping it real here. So, with all of that being said, with the liver, when I had my gastric sleeve surgery, when they went in, they spotted on my liver two lumps. The two lumps on my liver, they took biopsies of, and it showed signs of sclerosis. Afterwards, doing this, and I'm not a drinker. I'm not a, well, I drink occasionally, but I'm not a heavy drinker. So I'm like blown out of my mind when I hear this information. But it's all fine because it did not come from drinking. And this is where the PCOS comes in. The spots on my liver came from Provera. And Provera is a birth control that they sometimes give women who have PCOS to help them regulate their periods. If there are any, if there are, I'm so sorry, I'm tongue tied. If there are any women out there with PCOS and you are taking Provera on a regular basis, I'm not going to say stop because I'm not a doctor and I'm not medically intelligent enough to tell you, like, hey, don't do this. However, you should check in with your doctor and possibly go and get your liver checked as well, because the spots on my liver did come from the Provera. That has been the only birth control that I have ever taken to help me with my irregular flow. So that's just FYI, just for if it if it's an issue with anyone else, if anyone else out there is taking the Provera, please check in with your doctors, talk to someone about it, get yourself checked, and possibly try to get them to give you another solution for your irregular periods, because I would hate for something to happen to one of you guys from this birth control. So just wanted to touch base on that and let you guys know about that. If you guys have any more questions about the liver, about the PCOS, about the birth control, the Provera, if you have any questions about anything, the pregnancy, whatever, please feel free to just comment and ask. I'm an open book. I will let you guys know anything. So before this video gets to 15 minutes, I am just going to show you guys a belly view. Right now I don't have much of a belly. I am a plus size girl, so I'm already kind of curvy in my stomach anyway. However, I keep hearing people tell me that my stomach is starting to round up a little bit, and I do notice it just a bit. However, I just feel like it is completely impossible for me to already be showing signs in my stomach of pregnancy only being 11 weeks. So, but this is the perfect time for me to start I guess recording pictures of this, because I guess I will be blowing up here soon. So here goes my belly view. And it's just really right here. My stomach, was already pretty big. However, it's never been this round. So I guess that is from the pregnancy. So this is my 11-week belly view. Okay. So, I will be checking in here very shortly with you guys. I actually have another sonogram scheduled for my 12-week, my 12 weeks, and that is just for them to do genetic testing. So, I will probably be checking in with, if I hear anything back bad or good or whatever, I will be checking in with you guys here pretty soon to let you guys know how the genetic testing goes and let you know what they say. And hopefully I'll be able to show you guys some new sonogram pictures where you can actually see the baby formed out instead of these 8-week ones. So that will be all for today. It's been a blessing talking to everyone, and I will be updating you guys shortly. Thank you so much for following me. Please rate, like, and subscribe, and I will be updating you guys here very shortly. Bye.